Guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on the test account and we are checking out the brand new Mauler, the mini tank that everyone loves, guys. Now you have been absolutely cracking me up with all of the comments that I've seen over on Reddit and Discord and a couple other places, guys, about how incredibly cute the new hero is, and regardless of how she performs, that there is going to be a build. And also the meme over there with Tremors, it actually has the giant worm coming up through the ground from the Tremors trailer. If you've seen the movie before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But again, it's funny to see that there has been so many players making comments about it, and they were spot on when it came to Tremors, guys. If you haven't seen the new hero yet, she does have a worm, like a worm that goes through the ground. Again, kind of like what we see in the Tremors film. Let's go ahead, guys. I want to test her out in here, and that is a 100 level deficiency. I don't like a 100 level deficiency. I want to go at least 150, so let's pump this up to 510. And I want to see within formations, guys, exactly how she is going to work as a tank. So I want to go through here, and you know what? Let's see if we can do... And I'm thinking, let's see the first formations, because this is running, and it's not really a fair comparison, guys, but this is running Ulna, and it is running Rem with Amelia, which of course is going to be the instant crowd control. Now, I'm not going to worry about the relics in here, but I want to see how exactly she works fundamentally. So you can see, guys, the giant worm, it's Nadia comes up, or Nadia, I think it's Nadia, comes up right out the back, guys. Very, very easy win, of course. With Rem and Ulna in this combination, it is super, super strong, guys. Now look at the 90 million damage. Now, interesting enough, and a lot of players are saying, is she going to get a buff? 90 million. Now, the other couple things I want to work with, number one is the Invade team, guys. I think the Invade team is going to be incredibly, fundamentally good for her when you're looking at running possibly the Awakened version of Brutus, running Scrag in there. The Invade team, again, might make a really, really big difference. Now, this is interesting that they put her in here with Matria and all the hypos. But again, guys, little tank comes up. Now, she is doing damage, and she also does have those missiles, or those meteors, the missiles that do damage and also provide a stun. But her beast, or Nadia, the little worm that she has, does a lot of damage too, and does a lot of AoE damage too, which I think is going to contribute to her just being a monster, guys. And I'm also wondering how haste is going to affect this hero, which again is going to be pretty interesting to see. 53 million, 61 million as a tank. This is the reason why off the bat, guys, I wanted to run her again in a couple different formations that they preset for us to see exactly what she can do. Now, this is the Brutus comp, guys. Now, this is the one that I was thinking about. Now, remember, Naroko does have AoE damage, which means bringing those targets together is going to make a big difference, guys. So even if we're running this combination, let's say with Scrath, to bring everyone together, because she does have that AoE factor in here as well. And that is awesome when that giant worm comes through the floor. 117, 84 million, 42 from Brutus. So she is putting out some pretty decent numbers. Now, of course, running with the Light Bears, this is going to be interesting, guys, because it's triple tank in here. But remember, Palmer is giving a big, big buff in here because of the damage amplification that he brings. There we go. Goes up through the ground, guys. And again, it goes to the most densely part with Nadia. Really cool with that crowd control aspect that you just seen in there. That, again, I feel like bringing the heroes together, or bringing the enemies together, is going to be a lot of damage, guys. Because the other thing is right here with Nadia, I'm not seeing the worm die at all. $161 million damage in that formation. I wish. And I wonder by herself, guys. Let's just see how fast she dies. Because again, she has 2 up. There's the stun. Everybody is stunned, guys. Okay, so they killed the pet. So the pet did go down right there. And again, I wanted to see, so 15 million, exactly kind of what that looked like. You know what? Since we know she's going to be bringing everyone together, and we know she's going to stay on this side, I wonder if, you know what? Let's drop Sophia in here. Let's see what we can do, because we're going to get this SP effect. And again, just kind of toying around with it because now we're going to get that SP effect for everyone that's in there. And again, Nadia looks like she's taking a little bit of damage there, but the shielding aspect is up, which I like. And then, of course, Sophia is going to do quite a bit of damage, I'm hoping, within here. But Nadia is burning down the targets, guys. Look at the crowd control that is going on in this formation. So literally, they can take it down 108, 98 million. That's interesting. That is very, very interesting to see exactly what we can do in this formation, guys, with this hero. So let me hop in here. I'm going to clear out these and see, again, play around with a couple different formations, which I like the combination of her with the awakened version of Sophia. I think that is going to be a pretty strong combination. But like I was saying earlier, is I want to run a couple in here with the Invade team. And I'm hoping, again, we could drop Sophia in here. I think we could drop Salakai in here, probably a couple other heroes. And I think there's also going to be a few, and there we have the 5 Maulers. I think there's going to be a few that is going to make a difference with the build. I feel like she could really be built around a couple different heroes. Now, of course, Nadia comes up through the floor, guys. Got big AoE right there. Boom. The crowd control that she brings is awesome to see, guys. That is very, very cool. 118 million damage, 51. And again, looking at the damage that some of these heroes can put out, you know what? Let's try it again and let's drop Skarath in there. I'm just kind of wondering. Let's drop her in here with Skarath. And again, I'm just thinking bringing everyone together. If we had crowd control in here, seems like, again, there's going to be a couple in here. So let's bring everyone together in here. Boom, Skarath brings them all together. Means, again, that crowd control aspect that we're going to see with Brutus bringing them together. And then once she ults. So there we go. Brutus brings everyone together. See that the team died. And look how big that worm is in the back, guys. 100 million damage. Wow. 98, almost 100 million damage in there. Does some pretty good healing as well. Look at that, guys. 16 million healing. Now, again, a lot of the formations in here, we don't have her built up a lot. Let's try her frontline. Let's try out some of their survivability that we have in here. You know what? I want to see her in here with Nevi. I want to see Nevi. And you know what? I'm not going to put as much crowd control in here. We could do Mishka. We could do a couple other heroes. But I'm going to do a little bit more buffs. And again, I want to see what this looks like. And I'm not sure if Nevi is going to buff up the pet, is going to buff up Nadia. Even there, let's speed this up a little bit. Everyone kind of holding their own. Boom. There's the crowd control, guys, when the giant worm just comes out of the ground. And honestly, it's pretty fast. I mean, it moves around the battle pretty fast. 129 million. And again, I'm thinking just of that tanking aspect, guys. But even looking at the healing, 15 million. Even Solus put out 57. So pretty game-changing little hero we have here, guys. And I'm wondering, let's throw in some major, major damage buffers in here. Let's see, who else do we got? You know what, let's swap this up. Let's do Rowan in here. You know what, I'm going to do, of course, since we got the buff over on here, I'm going to do Demia. And see what we got in here, guys. That's a lot of buffs in this team. We got the taint ability on Demia, but there we go. There's the ult. And of course, we knew Belinda was going to melt it down. But again, I wanted to see the damage. I wanted to see exactly what we were getting out of this hero here. Wow. I don't think she's died yet, guys. 83, 145. What? There is no way they buffed Demia that hard, guys. And there's no way that the awakened version of Belinda put up 12 million damage. Because, I mean, look at this. Of course, we got, there's Damia. Boom, there's one alt. Boom, there's two alts. That's three alts, guys. That has to be in a very, very interesting formation, because that's, let me swap this to another one, guys. I'm wondering if it is the heroes that we're fighting. But that's kind of silly. That is really, really silly. Now, of course, guys, with Damia, the Taint ability is going into Mia, which, there we go, guys. That should have been Belinda putting out massive damage, guys. There was 5 targets up right there. All right, let's see what we got out of this one. 133, 135. There is no way Damia is doing that much damage. I didn't even think about Damia in the formations, guys, and how that buff is going to affect her. Now, this, of course, is over on the test server, but we ever, of course, in here, it's fully built, guys, with that 9 of 9 furniture. Let me drop her out, and I'm just wondering, throwing her in another formation, just as a buffer. Wow, 9 seconds, 123 million damage. Yeah, and even there, that's not even any buffs on her, guys. That's Brutus, Honesta, that is Skarath, and that is the new Mauler. That's not even buffs that are going on her. That is incredible. New tank doing well. Let's, you know what? Let's jack up. That's a 200 level deficiency. So let's go back to the formation we had. You know what? I'm going to put the Awakens in here. Let's see. So 200 level deficiency. Honesta goes down pretty quick. Ruko doing pretty well so far. But of course, a lot of crowd control from that worm, guys. A lot of shielding, a lot of survivability with that crowd control. So we got it down. She didn't die. 233. There we go, guys. That's more of what we're kind of used to. But look at that. 131 million healing. That is awesome. That is incredible. 131 million healing in the formation. Again, at a 200 level deficiency. See, Nadia's taken some pretty good hits, but then it looks like Nadia heals up very fast, guys. Then again, I think Nevi is giving the buffs because, of course, Nadia is a summon or an entity, which means that Naruko is stronger. That Naruko does get a buff. Again, Nomura goes down pretty quick, which is a given. Little tiny tank up there is just crushing it. Wow. 145 and 300 million. But look at it, guys. So a fourth of the healing that Awakened version of Solus did as a tank. Yeah, that's gonna be pretty interesting. Even looking here at Nevi, guys, only 13 million. So even doing 7, almost 8 million, almost 8 million more than what a support hero in the healing role is doing. Let's check out some of these other heroes. I'm just kind of wondering who we could kind of run in here. Mitigation right there. Rem and Amelia we did run. Trying to think from a tanking aspect. Throw some buffs up in here. You know what? I'm going to try. Let's throw Alna in here as a double tank and see. I think the Halos' buff is going to go on Damia, which it is up. Halos, of course, goes down pretty quick right there. Boom. There's the crowd control. Nadia is coming up from the ground, guys. Just taking it down. Again, 200 level deficiency, 400 million damage, but 118 million damage. That is pretty impressive, guys. That is honestly very, very impressive with this hero. It's kind of crazy. Even looking at signature item, guys, attributes are increased by 8% of the attack rating each time that Nadia grows. So as her worm grows, just permanently increase her allies' attributes by 2% of the attack rating. So again, it's not just, it's the hero's attributes, which I don't think that is everyone. And then of course, Venom sprayed by Nadia reduces the defense rating, allowing everyone to do more damage. And then of course, the furniture guys, if she takes fatal damage, she spends 3 growth stacks, goes immune to damage while recovering 50% health. That is crazy. Yeah, that is awesome, guys. All right, so that'll do it for today's video. It seems like an absolute insane tank build that we definitely needed. The healing is there. It seems like the mitigation is there. The buffing is there. All around, I'm super impressed with the Dune Gremlin. But let me know in the comments what you guys think about the Dune Gremlin, Naroko, and of course, Damia, guys. Pretty interesting to see the damage that she's putting out.